Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. It's been nearly 1 year since Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Rock has been silent about the incident till Saturday. He talked about the infamous slap during a live stand-up special, of course, on Netflix. I'd be paid for it, too.
People like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears.
Some say the jokes didn't land for everyone. The special is getting mixed reviews for going too far on some topics, including how he mocked Will Smith over the entanglement, aka extramarital affair, that his wife Jada had, and claiming Meghan Markle didn't experience racism in the United Kingdom. Let's talk about it. Joining me now, Todd Smith, Olivia Lemon, and comedians Corliss DeLauren and Mal Malucci. All right, glad to have you all here on The Factor Uncensored. So, Todd, first of all, do you think this could be because some people are still in love with Will Smith, no matter what, that they didn't appreciate Chris Rock coming back? Or did Chris Rock take too damn long?
He might have taken too long, but I understand the bad. You know, it would have been smart for him just to tweet out something, to tweet out a response, get your money, then respond. But no matter what you do as a comedian, you're going to offend somebody. And the reason why I like Chris Rock, because he offends everybody. You can't say, well, he spoke out about women. Well, he did some things about other people. He spoke about black people, spoke about white people, conservatives, liberals. So he's an equal opportunity offender, so you have to be cool with that. But I don't think he went too far. Anytime a man gets slapped on national television, you have to give him a chance to get back. He called her out her name. I'm usually not for that. But when your man does that, you got to give him that. You know what I mean? In normal times, no, don't call no woman no B. But, hey, he was a B, Will was a B, and Jada had to get that B. So
all right, Mal, your thoughts about this, and did he go too far, or he was right on cue?
Nah, he was right on cue. As a comedian, we tread the line all the time. We say some things that...
I think people forget that, though.
Yeah, we tread the line all the time. So, I mean, I loved it. I loved it. And to me, the funniest part about it wasn't even the Will Smith joke. It was him talking about his daughter. So, yeah, when he talked about his daughter, that was hilarious to me. But, yeah, I loved it.
And when you can offend your daughter, you should be able to offend anybody. If you could talk crack jokes about your daughter, how is Jada and Will gonna have a problem with that?
Olivia, your thoughts on this, and what you thought about the special?
You know what? I thought we were gonna have different point of views, but I agree with you guys. You know, I feel like it took him a year to process, which is okay. And then he did it when it was time for him to get paid. So who would not want to get paid? And I appreciate him for not holding back on this, because like we kind of just mentioned, comedians can sometimes get in trouble now for what they say. And when I think of the kings of comedy, I think about they got on stage and they did not care who they offend. They did not care what they make jokes about. And sometimes they were making jokes about themselves, which is the best joke. So I loved it. And I hope that they do get to a point where they get to kind of mend things, but now it's just not that point. So.
And Corliss, do you, first of all, your assessment of his performance, and then do you think we're in a different time than when the Kings of Comedy came out, and when people could say and do everything? The world has got...
I'll say this. Everybody's responding on how long it took him to respond, but I think he took as long as it took Will Smith to walk up on the stage to slap him. So, to be honest with you, he deserved to be able to say something back, and he did it. And I actually think he was being very transparent and honest about his feelings. I don't know anybody in this room ever been wronged and not have been thinking about it like years later and be like, man, I should have said this, I should have said that. So I think he deserved that right to speak on how he felt. And then as far as it being like a different time period, yeah, it is a different time period, but not for comics, because our comedy comes from darkness. So that was a dark time for him, and he had time to explain himself and articulate himself the way he wanted to. And I trust and believe Chris Rock. He's always been very honest about his political views and about how he feels about people, and that's what he's displayed in this special. I honestly feel that way.
And Todd, do you think it was okay for him to go after Jada as well in this, or should it have been man to man?
Well, yeah, because Jada kind of instigated. Jada gave him that look, like, because Will was laughing at first.
And
Jada was like, "What's
Nobody's off limits.
What's happening?" No,
that he's
Jada
funny.
got mind control.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that she has mind control, but what I do think is that Will originally laughed at the joke that he said about Jada, and then it took for him to look at her, then get all serious. It's like, come on, you know Chris is funny, Will. Like, come on.
Yeah. And in comedy, nobody's off limits.
Thank you. Thank you. I sit in the back. I sit in the back. I don't want to be seen by a colleague. Don't clown me. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I can handle it.
Anybody could get it.
And then really the real reality of it is the G.I. Jane joke was like, it wasn't even that strong of a joke.
It wasn't.
And there's not a negative connotation behind G.I. Jane. When Demi Moore shaved her head, nobody was making fun of her for shaving her head. They were like, this woman went in as a method actress, excuse me, and was really trying to delve into the character. Right. So it was almost kind of like, why did she get so mad? I'm not sure, but I know that Will Smith's slap came from all that ridicule he got from being in the entanglement. It had nothing to do with G.I. Jane.
Thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor.